connotations to it. So I think the one thing that life has taught me, if I can say, is that really life is about choices. For one, it is a more empowering thought. There's always this debate whether life is about choices or is it about destiny. Well, if it is about destiny, I don't know how to test it. So the way I can actually see is that life is about choices. That every time you're on a crossroad, you have two choices. The road that you take is again going to make you reach another crossroad where you'll again make a choice. And that's how your life is going to pan out. So I think when we become a little more aware, little more conscious, little more mindful of those choices that we make, we kind of go on that path. If you ask me that what is my end goal, what's my destination, then I would be clueless because I really don't know. I really believe that, it's the journey that is the destination. And it sounds kind of philosophical, esoteric, which are supposed to be not very cool things to say, but the fact is that when you really don't know where you want to go, but you are mindful, you are in the present, you are in the moment, and you're just taking that path. Like I didn't think that, I'm going to decide to have a child. Suddenly it's been a year now, my son is about a year old, and when I was going to have a child, I thought, how am I going to cope with it? Because I'm so used to working, so used to traveling, 20 days in a month I'm traveling around. Now how am I not, you get used to packing and unpacking, even though others tell you, oh, how do you live like this? It must be terrible. And I used to complain about it, but actually I enjoyed it. So I couldn't imagine a life where you actually have to be at home and just look after your baby, and would that be really tiring and difficult? But it's been the most beautiful experience, because through a child, I'm reinventing life. I'm seeing life in a different way. I'm realizing a sense of wonderment that a child has that we all seem to forget. How many times do we really get excited about things? I mean, I don't mean film stars and cricket and things that we watch on the television, but just something small, and we look at it with that fascination. To see a child look at everything with fascination, and it's really like seeing evolution. Like one day he just slammed the wood and he kind of looked at it and said, wow, that's a different sound. We don't even realize the number of sounds we hear or the things we see. So this has been a new phase. Again, somebody asked me that how am I going to balance, one of your students, my work and my motherhood? And, again, a question that only we women get asked. But I think the balance will come. If one is driven by what one loves doing, then the balance will automatically come. When I was doing Firak, my directorial film, everything took a backseat. My acting, even my human rights work, everything took a backseat because that's where my focus was. So at the moment, it is Vihaan and a few other engagements. So I think to allow spontaneous things to happen and yet make that choice is that fine balance. And that's an instinct one develops. How does one develop an instinct? What is an instinct? When we say that I have a gut feeling. What is that gut feeling? I've often wondered about it, and I think even the instinct is something one has to groom. Even that instinct one has to nurture so that one can respond instinctively also in the right way. So all these questions about choices, about questioning that I want to leave with you. I think my time is up, but I'm hoping to get lots of questions, difficult, easy, uncomfortable, bad ones, whatever you may have to ask, and we'll continue the dialogue then. Thank you.